Welcome to the channel. My name is Ansumana and this is Ansumana Explore. It is what it is. If this is your first time, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel and tell a friend to tell a friend, because here we make sure things are happening. So this is Ansumana Smart Farm. Here, basically what we do here, we talk about farming activities. Nothing else. It's all about farming activities. And to be specific, it's more about maize farming, and we also do what we refer to as well chicken farming. So we know we might have new subscribers on the channel, and we know we have the old subscribers, those who've been on the channel. But as I always say, it doesn't matter, we're all the same people. So if you're on this channel, you're on the right channel. We have to give you the gist to make sure we're giving you what you're supposed to have. So that's why I always tell you, when you bump into this channel, means you're in the right place, means you're getting the right information. So everything we're going to be doing here, my good people, is what, as I said, we're going to be talking about what? Farming activities. Because for me, it's a passion. For me, I love to do farming. So you're going to be knowing everything that is happening on Ansumana Smart Farm, and we're going to be giving you all the details, what is happening, what is taking place, and what we are doing. You people are going to be knowing. You see, in the long run, we'll not be putting out videos, but now we're putting out videos, and my manager is on the farm. He's working, he's doing his best to make sure we get things working on the farm. So what is we're gonna do today is what I'm gonna be talking on something very, very, very important, and one of the most development that is happening on the farm. Yes, development that is happening on the farm. As I told you, Ansumana Smart Farm is going to be purely based on what? Chicken and maize farming. Chicken and maize farming. Reason being is what? When you're doing chicken farming, you should be able to have some maize for you to be able to what? To feed your chicken. Either you buying the maize or what? You sourcing it yourself by ensuring you are planting it, you harvest it, you go through the process. But I'm not here to talk about that really. I'm here to talk about the latest development that we are having on the chicken farm. And there are other things which I'm going to be talking about that has already been happening and that is happening on the farm, which we want you people to know. But for now, things are going the way they're supposed to be going. It's not easy, because farming activity itself, as I always say, is a difficult side of everything. So my good people, sit tight. We're going to get into really what we want to talk about here, and what is the good news, and what are some of the development that is taking place, and what are some of the development that has already been taking place. You know what I mean? But we've not been able to relay some of this information to you people. But as I said, as time goes by, we're going to be bringing you everything that you ought to know, because we know in the long run, there might be prospective farmers, people who want to be doing farmers, people who want to be farmers, people who have that passion, people who have that interest. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. So we are here to make sure we give you those details, to make sure maybe tomorrow we have future partners, people who want to be part of Ansumana Smart Farm, to say, hey, Ansumana Smart Farm, want to join you. We want you to teach us. We want you to show us how are you doing these things. So we're going to be coming in the most organic way of how we're doing our farming and what is happening on our farm. So my good people, sit tight. As I told you, we're going to be talking about a lot of things that are taking place on the farm. So as I said, now this is what we're going to be talking about. But before I talk about that stuff, let me again reiterate so people get to understand. This is Ansumana Smart Farm. Here we purely talk about farming, nothing else. We talk about maize farming. We also talk about what? The chicken farming. We can talk about other farming, but our focus here, where we are laser focused, is what? It's chicken farming and maize farming. But on the more, if you have to weigh it, we are more focused on what? The chicken farming, because we're doing maize farming because simply we want maize to feed our chickens. So my good people, these are some of the things that we want to talk about. And as you know, as I said, I'm a passionate farmer. I do farming in Kenya. Yes, I do farming in Kenya, and that's where for now our business is based. That's where for now we are doing things over there. It's not easy. As I said, farming activity itself is not easy. It's a difficult job. It's really a difficult job. It involves a lot. You know what I mean? But as time goes by, there are many things which we're going to let out of the bag for you people to understand. So we can teach people, so people can learn and people can be prepared. When you want to get into farming, you really know, like, what you are getting yourself into. Because some of us, as I always say, we are kind of like a sacrificial lamb. We've gone into these things, we've done them practically, we put our resources there, we put our money, so we can justify it to you or reliably say, what if you get into this, this is this. Again, it's up to everybody. So my good people, one of the good news we are bringing on this channel is yes, one of the good news we are bringing on this channel is we started buying our chickens. So we're starting with Kienyeji Chicken. So we're starting with the local Kienyeji chickens, the local breeds. That's what we're starting with. We're not starting with hybrid Kienyeji chickens. No, we are starting with the pure local Kienyeji chicken. That's what we are starting with. So it means if we are starting with the pure local Kienyeji chickens, we just want to share with you because we know you are part of the community. Because we know tomorrow you might want to be a potential investor. Maybe tomorrow you might want to get involved into this business and say, hey, Mr. Ansumana, Smart Farm, I have $5,000 here. I want to invest here. How much profit can I get from this money from investing into your business? So but those are all wise decisions people can take and people can decide to. Because here what we try to do on this farm is what? It's about building our credibility, building our trust to people. Because as I always say, you have to earn trust from people. You have to earn respect. People have to see it in you that you've earned it. Yeah. Ansumana Smart Farm. So basically, as I said on Ansumana Smart Farm, that is what we are doing. We want to build that trust between we and people. We want to build that relationship between we and the people outside there. That is what we want to do. It's nothing else. So my good people, as I told you, we're going to make sure things are working. We're going to make sure we're putting out everything you ought to know. But as I told you, the good news that we have on this channel is what? Ansumana Smart Farm, we have started with what? 8 Kienyeji local chickens. 8 Kienyeji local chickens. Yes, 8 Kienyeji local chickens. You're going to be watching that video. You're going to be seeing that video as I'm giving you a highlight behind me, what is happening there. But you're going to be watching that video. Check Ansumana Smart Farm. You will see that video there where you see my manager doing everything. We're going to put that video here. So my good people, as I told you, yes, Ansumana Smart Farm, we have started with 8 Kienyeji chickens, hen. 8 hen Kienyeji chickens. What I mean by that is what? These are hens that are going to be laying eggs. And when they lay these eggs, what we're going to be doing, what we refer to as what? The multiplier effect. The multipliers effect. So, for example, we got 8. So, let's say, on a normal basis, each of these chicken lays 5 eggs. And let's say they lay 5 eggs. On average, they lay 5 eggs. And all those 5 eggs are hatched. So, it means if I've got from 8, then I'm moving from what? 5 times 8 is what? It's 40. So, we've got like what? 40 Kienyeji local breed chicken. So we starting this stuff pole. We starting this stuff small. We taking our time to roll out this thing because we don't want to run into a rush. Yes, we don't want to run into a rush. So basically what we're doing, we're taking a pole. Now we got 8. So another new development that has happened on the farm again is what? We also made another additional 10 pure Kienyeji chickens. Additional 10 pure Kienyeji chickens. So basically now we've got what? 18 Kienyeji chickens. We've got 18 pure Kienyeji chickens. All these 18 chickens are hens because we want to see how we can do what we refer to as what? The chickens multiplier effect. Chicken multiplier effect. We want to multiply as many chickens as we can. So for me, I have to use my brain, I have to use my smartness. That's why we call it Ansumana Smart Farm. That smart there simply tells you what? We want to make sure we do things in the most conscious way, efficient way, and we get to the final result. So we're going to start breeding these chickens. We're going to be doing the multipliers effect of this chicken until we have really what we want to have. But yes, still again, we're not going to be giving up. We're going to be keep buying more Kienyeji chickens. We mean the matured ones. When I say pure Kienyeji breed chickens, we're talking about the matured ones. We're talking about what? The ones that are already ready to lay eggs. The ones that are ready to lay eggs. So when we buy those that are ready to lay eggs, now, for example, as I said, we'll buy a Kienyeji chicken that is ready to lay eggs probably the next 1 or 2 weeks. Those are our target. Or 3 weeks. Those are our target. You know what I mean? Because we want to have these chicks as many as we can, and we keep breeding them, and we keep producing as many as we can. You know what I mean? So that is what our focus is really. So that is why I came to share with you this good news. You're going to be watching that video, and my manager is going to be on the ground. I'm not there, but he is there to make sure things are working the way things are supposed to be working. I'm also going to be talking about some other few tips that is like really happening on the farm, so you can get to understand what is like really going on the farm. There are many things going on which we cannot talk about, but we cannot bring to you people. Some of them are uncompleted jobs, some of them we've not started them, some of them we are putting preparations in place for them, some of them are already almost like I say what gear in motion. Yeah, so there are many things, spanners thrown all about, but again, the most important thing is what? Something is done. It's better than zero is done. It's better one or half is done. At least you are making a progress, and we are all making a progress on this channel, because as I always say, here is always going to be an educational ground. Here is always going to be a place where you come, you get what you want to get if you want to be a farmer. For me, as I always say, I want to be self-food sufficient. Yes, I want to be food sufficient. I mean, I'm able to do things. So that's why I want to make sure I'm doing things that is organic. Yes, I want to make sure the farming is organic. Our target purely is what? 10,000 Kienyeji chicken. That is our goal. That is our target. Yes, we are targeting 10,000 Kienyeji chickens. But remember where we started. I told you we started from where? From 8. From 8, now we've got what? 18. From 18, we're going to increase it as time goes by, and we see how things are grinding and how things are moving. I keep talking to my manager and his wife, then we see how we can move this stuff forward. But as I told you, it's small, we got to start it. We have to start. It doesn't matter the number, the quantity. As long as you started something, you can start from 0. You go to 1. From 1 chicken, 2 chicken, from 2 chicken, 3 chicken, 3 chicken, 4 chicken, 5 chicken, 6. You know what I mean? I'm starting with what? I am purely starting with what? 8. I started with 8 chickens. Yes, 8. Now we add another 10. We've gone to 18. So imagine after these 18 chickens, we get to have what? Each of all these chicken laying eggs, and they hatch. Some might be 5, some might be 6, some might be 7. We don't know. You know what I mean? All of them hatch. So when all of them hatch, it's a blessing. It's a big deal for everybody. For us, especially for me, because me, I love chicken. I love eating chicken every day. But that one is not for chicken. It's for, it's not for eating. It's purely going to be for business purpose. It's purely going to be for what? For business purpose. So that is what we're going to be focusing on. That is what we're going to be doing. So that's why I said our target is really 10,000 Kienyeji chickens. But how are we going to get to these 10,000 Kienyeji chickens? We're going to be doing what I refer to as what? Chicken multiplier effect. Chicken multiplier effect. That is what we're going to be using, and that's what we're going to be doing. So my good people, sit tight as I bring to you the recent video which we have made for the chicken. We are also working on something of building a small chicken coop in the compound for people and for us to be able to do our chickens. Yes, we are building a small chicken coop. You're going to be seeing that chicken coop for sure. You're going to be seeing that chicken coop, and we're going to be making it very nice, and we're going to be doing it because I see the good thing is I see he uses his own initiative. I never knew that he was going to make it that way. I thought like, because in the village, you know, the chicken, they come and roast in the compound. The way they build houses in Kenya, they are built like in a circle. So the chicken will come and roast in a circle, something like that. Well, I'm so impressed by what he's doing. This is what I'm expecting from him, and he's doing a great job. Let's keep it up, Augustine. I appreciate everything you're doing. You know what I mean? Let's keep pushing. I'll keep putting more pressure on you, so we do what we gotta do. Thanks, and I appreciate so much for the initiative. You know what I mean? You used to build the chicken coop. So my good people, the next thing we're talking about in this video is what? Is a chicken coop. I always tell people, space doesn't really matter if you want to do a chicken house. Space doesn't matter if you want to do a chicken coop. No matter how small the space is, you can still do a chicken. You can do 1 chicken there, you can do chicken, 3, 4, 5. So I always tell people, imagine you have 5 chicken. All these 5 chickens are laying eggs. So if these 5 chickens are all laying eggs, my good people, let's listen. They're all laying eggs, and you have somebody who is buying those eggs. And sometimes again, there are many things we're going to be talking about this on this channel. We're going to be talking about marketing, how you can create your own market for yourself. How can you create market for yourself? We're going to be coming to that point, and I'm going to be showing you people, I'm going to be teaching you. But for now, as I said, the spanners are all over, left, right, center, middle, backward, forward. So we try to make sure we put all these spanners together, put many things in place. So one of the other things again we are working on is what? We want to put fence. Yes. We want to put what? We want to put fence. Yes, we want to put fence on, fence right around the land. We are working on that. We're also working on getting bricks. We are also working on what? Getting water well. Number 2, water well. Yes, on the farm. So those two things are working simultaneously. Unfortunately, in Kenya, what happened was that there was a heavy rain coming. So due to the heavy rain coming, what happened was that there was a lot of water in the well that we were digging. There was a lot of water there. So because of there's a lot of water in the well, so basically what's happening now is what? We will not be able to like really go down because we kept digging. Unfortunately, we met a very big rock, but we're going to deal with that one. We are about to deal with it when the rain started pouring heavily, my good people. But as I said, we're going to be making sure things are working the way they're supposed to be going, and they're going like a safari rally. The resources are not there just like that, but we're putting it together and we're making sure things are going step by step. So you're going to be watching in my video, and you're going to be seeing a lot of things. Yes, go watch from start to beginning, many things that is going on Ansumana Smart Farm. Here we have to educate and teach people, and we're also working on building how you call it? We're also working on building a small house, a dwelling house on the premises with a mabati. We're planning on building a mabati house. So for people who don't know what is a mabati house is basically a house that is being built out of zinc, iron sheet. It's being built out of iron sheet. Even where I came from, the country, Sierra Leone, where I came from, yes, we have mabati houses. People build mabati houses. They build it nice, decent. So we're going to build a nice, decent mabati house. We're also going to be digging the toilet there for people to be able to habit, for people to be able to live there. Because if people are habiting there, then, or if it becomes an habitant place for people, you need to have water, you need to have toilet. Yes, you need to have water, you need to have toilet. Those two things, you need to have it. You can't live somewhere if there's no water and there's no toilet. So we're working around the clock. Me and my manager, we're putting things in place. We're discussing some good things, good initiatives coming up. You know what I mean? So we're having big plans. Big plans are coming, my good people. So sit tight. Don't forget to subscribe to Ansumana Smart Farm. And let's get Ansumana Smart Farm for now to 50 subscribers so we can get to start doing our lives. So you can start seeing me doing live. And hopefully when I start doing live, and it's going to be surprising to be a surprising stuff again, because I'm going to be doing my live on Ansumana Smart Farm, because purely most of the time it's going to be of talking, educating people, showing people what is happening on the farm and letting people know what is going on. You know what I mean? Because my manager is just, so most time he does this video and he sends those videos to me, and I got to download them and put it up, upload them and put it on the channel, you know. But again, he's also part of the manager. He's one of the managers who is managing Ansumana Smart Farm, and on the channel he's also a manager there. So that's what you see most of the time, like what he's putting videos, nice videos. And you also see what the other video he put there about the hailstone that affected our maize. You know what I mean? A lot of things happening on the farm, I'm telling you. So we're going to be bringing you some of these videos. We're going to be bringing some of this content for you to know what is really happening on Ansumana Smart Farm. What are some of the setbacks? What are some of the goodies? What are some of the offset? What are some of the things, the challenges? You know what I mean? Whatever we're going through the farm, we want to share with you people. We want you people to know. Yes, we want you people to know, because when you get to know on some of these activities we are undertaking on the farm, we keep you people informed. So in case tomorrow you want to be part of this business, you know that this is how we are doing. But my good people, as I said, sit tight. I am also going to be adding another video of what happened on Ansumana Smart Farm. The video is there. Go and watch it. Yes, go and watch that video. Yes, the video is there. We already dropped the video, what is happening. So as I told you, the latest development that we started with, what first we got 8 Kienyeji chickens, and we also added another 10 that has gone to 18. Then thirdly, we are building a very small chicken coop by the side of the house. As I told you, spaces doesn't matter. So we're going to utilize that space that you see on the video, and go and watch that video, guys. Yes, go and watch that video. It has been dropped. We already dropped that video about how they build in this chicken coop. It's a small chicken coop, so we want to make sure we make it nice, decent, make it habitable for the chickens. At least the first thing is what? They are not being wet on, or they are not being rained on. Yes, we have to do that to make sure they are not being rained on, or they are not being wet on. Yes, what I mean, what the rain is not pouring on them. So that side, that's other side, you see where you saw the mara. Yes, on that side we're gonna get probably 1 bag cement, and we make it very nice. And the other side, you see of the chicken coop, we're gonna put a little bit of block, and we lift it up, so when the rain is coming, you know what I mean, it's been able to, the rain is being directed so it doesn't go where the chicken are staying. So those are the things that we're going to be working on, and those are the things we're going to be tentatively now. For now, that is why we're keeping the chicken tentatively, because on the main farm, it's very close to the house. On the main farm, we already have a chicken structure there. There is a chicken structure. But the issue we're having is what we want to avoid, this issue of theft. We want to avoid this issue of other chickens leaving their own premises, coming over there. You might not know. Probably your neighbor's chicken is sick, or is carrying a virus. He's sick, or is carrying a virus, or that chicken is not vaccinated, or that chicken is really properly not taken care of. You know what I mean? The way how we are doing our own stuff in our own chicken farm. So that is why I told you we want to put a perimeter right around the farm. Then secondly, we're also working on digging the water well. We already started digging it, and also we're going to see what we can do to make sure we get water. Yeah, yes, because water is very, very vital. Water is very, very important on the chicken farm. If you don't have water on the chicken farm, it's always a disaster. Yes, even we as human beings, we need water. So my good people, that is the good news. And Smart Farm is here to share with you people. At any time we have any updates on the farm, we'll come and share with you people. Any good news, any bad news, we'll come and share with you people. And I'm also going to be sharing another bad news with you, which happened on my maize farm. And I guess some people have gone and seen some of the videos, the hailstone that came and destroyed all of my maize. Yes, so because of that, there are many setbacks, and many decisions which we have been trying to take behind the camera. That's what you see. I don't come and talk about it for now, but we'll finally come to take a final conclusion about what we have to do about the maize farm. Yeah, so as I said, these are some of the things we get ourselves involved in. As farmers, we get involved in a lot of stuff. For now, over there, that one is purely more of a losses to me. I spend a lot of money on that stuff, but again, as I tell you, this is business. When you are in business, it's about win and loss. But do you allow the losses to stop you from doing what you want to do? No. I'm still going to keep doing what I'm doing. So that is why we're going to be bringing other stuff on that farm project. My main goal purely for now is what? For us to be able to have 2 things on that farm. 2 things. 1, for us to fence it. Secondly, for us to have water on that premises. The moment we are able to achieve those 2 things, trust me, my good people, you will see these 2 things, water and fence. But I mean, putting perimeter right round. The moment we're able to do those 2 things, water, fence, we get those 2 things, guys, we are set to go. Because the chicken now, we already got chickens. Yes, we already got chickens. So I mean, so for us to do a multiply effect of those chickens, for me, it's not difficult. For me, it's not that too hard. You know what I mean? So the most difficult thing that we are facing for now, really, I could say, one of the most difficult things is what? Is water. Because the moment we have, because even if we have to put those fence, we need water to do a concrete mixture. We need all those things. But my good people, God is on our side. God is our blessing. We give thanks to God. And we're going to put and dedicate everything to God and make sure things work out the way they're supposed to be working out. So my good people, sit tight. As we're going to be bringing you more content. We're going to be bringing you more lyrics. We're going to be bringing you more vibes. You know what I mean? This is how we do it on Ansumana Smart Farm. Sometimes we try to move a little bit comical, not to be like just being too serious. We try to make sure we're bringing this shit to you. So we try to make sure We are educating people who are supposed to be educated on Ansumana Smart Farm. So my good people, sit tight. Welcome to the channel, and if that's your first time, don't forget, this is Ansumana Smart Farm. My name is Ansumana. Remember to subscribe. Remember to put your notification bell on. This is how we do things here. Nothing less, nothing more. We try to make it good. We try to make it nice. We try to make it educative. We also try to make it informative, so we all can learn from you, and you can also learn from us. So watch out for more videos. We're going to be putting more videos. Check out on Ansumana Smart Farm. My manager, Augustine Monico, is going to be putting a lot of videos. He's already putting videos on the channel. Check him out. Yes, check him out. And he's going to be talking some Swahili there. Karibu, Santi Sana, Wacha, and also saw my little baby there. Yeah, the little girl you saw in the video, that's my manager. That's the top manager. She hires me, and she hires everybody. So you see, she was trying to subscribe to the channel. Yes, she was trying to subscribe to the channel. But my good people, she was also part of the job, and she was also making sure the job is being done the way the job is supposed to be done. I told her that she should be monitoring her father, her mother, both of them. So she did a great job. So my good people, that is Ansumana Smart Farm over there. We show love to people. You know what I mean? Subscribe to this channel. You got to subscribe, guys. Yes, you have to subscribe. We all have to subscribe because we build a community. And remember, this is not only Ansumana Smart Farm. We are also creating jobs for people. We are employing people. We are paying people. You're going to be surprised how many people Ansumana Smart Farm is employing. You're going to be surprised how many things Ansumana Smart Farm is doing. So that is why for now, we don't want to come and say a lot about some of these things, but we are employing people. We are creating jobs for people in the village. That's what we do. For me, it's about community. You know what I mean? It's about building a community. So when we create these jobs in this farm, that's what we encourage them. We always tell them, yes, when we bring this job for you people, you know what I mean? You got to make sure you take this job very serious. Because imagine people are looking for jobs. Imagine, people, you know what I mean, in the village, people don't have jobs. So when we bring this job, we want people to take them very serious. And make sure they are doing the right thing. So my good people, sit tight, and as I told you, this is Ansumana Smart Farm. We make sure things go down the way they're supposed to go, and more good is going to be coming your way. More good things are going to be coming your way very soon, sooner than later. Yeah, for sure. I'll be in Kenya and to monitor what is happening there. And shout out to everybody who comes to subscribe to the channel. Shout out to my subscribers. Kudos, love to everybody who comes to subscribe to the channel. Check me out. Yes, check me out on Ansumana Smart Farm. You see on the board. Yes, check me out there. And also, I'm not only a farmer. Maybe some people don't know. They come to Ansumana Smart Farm. They're watching Ansumana Smart Farm. I'm also, yes, the founder and CEO of Ansumana Explore. Yes, the founder and CEO of Ansumana Explore. So I do make content. I have another channel called Ansumana Explore. Check me out there too. Ansumana Explore. Over there, we explore a lot of things. We explore food, culture, farming, content making. We also explore traveling. We explore driving. We explore anything that is worth exploring. Something that you want to see. Something that you can learn from. Something that you don't know about. We bring it to you. But on this channel, we're not here talking about Ansumana Explore. I just want to let you people know that I have Ansumana Explore, and I also have another account called what? Ansumana Smart Farm. That is where you are now, on Ansumana Smart Farm, as you see right there behind my back. So that's how we do it, and that's how we're gonna do it, my good people. Nonetheless, I appreciate everybody watching this video. I appreciate everybody who comes to subscribe to the channel. I appreciate everybody who comes to hit that like button, share my video. It's a blessing to everybody. God bless everybody. We love you. Ansumana Smart Farm love you. We hope one day you'll be part of this family. We hope one day, you know what I mean, you want to invest or put some money, you want to buy some shares in the business. You can buy some shares. Here, the difference that is going to be between us and other entities probably is going to be our shares are going to be bumper. You know what I mean? Because we know you're putting your money in, so you want to get a better return. But when that time comes, we talk about it. For now, we're talking about how we can build this farm and how this farm can grow. Because there are many things we're going to be talking about this farm, as I told you people, Ansumana Smart Farm. Yes, there are many things we're going to be talking about. So my good people, sit tight. Enjoy this video. Enjoy this video. Yes, very educative video, very entertaining. And we're going to be bringing you the latest news, the latest development that is taking place. So my good people, sit tight and make sure you enjoy this video, because here we bring everything to you. As we've started bringing this content to you people, we're going to make sure we keep bringing you content. My manager is going to be putting content out there about the farm, more especially about that Kienyeji Chicken farm that is happening in the compound. We're going to be enlightening you people. We're going to be bringing you everything that you ought to know, that we want to make sure we keep you informed about some of this information. So my good people, sit tight and make sure you're hitting the like button. Subscribe to Ansumana Smart Farm. Check me out also on Ansumana Explore. There you get to see many things going on there and watch some live videos. Don't forget, also check me out on Ansumana Explore. Subscribe to that channel and make sure we're getting Ansumana Smart Farm to 1,000. We want to make sure we we'll get monetized. For now, Ansumana Smart Farm is going pole, small. You know what I mean? We're moving, we're watching our step. You know, they say what? We're watching our steps. We're watching our steps. So, nakupenda to everybody who comes to watch this channel. Nakupenda to everybody who subscribes to the channel. Nakupenda to everybody who is supporting this channel. Nakupenda to all the viewers. Nakupenda, welcome, Santi Sana to everybody who comes on this live. We appreciate all the Kenyan people. We appreciate all the what African people who comes to watch Ansumana Smart Farm. We also appreciate all the European people who is watching. England. You know what I mean? We also appreciate all the South American people, North American people. Tracy over there, Bet over there in England. We got Rogers representing the African in how you call it, in Kenya. You know what I mean? We got a lot of people. We got Charles there too. We got Chuck there. Now you see what I'm saying? We gotta start getting to all these names. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be creating polls. We got Nate there too. We got Filter there. We got Pinky there. We got Lady M there too. We got many people. Invisible Dada. We got Mickey there. We got Joshua there. You know what I mean? We gotta keep calling all these names because at the end of the day, you know what I mean? I don't want people to sue me. But as I said, you know, sometimes I just love to be comical just to make fun, so we all laugh. And watch out, I will be bringing some comedy stuff to you on Ansumana Explore. I told you on Ansumana Explore over there, things happen there. Check out Ansumana Explore. That is where other things, the other side of Ansumana, you get to see. Here, you see everything about Ansumana as a smart farmer, as a farmer. Yes, I am a legit farmer. So I'm doing all these things to be self-sufficient, to make sure I know the day. You know what I mean? If I want to eat chicken every day, I'm able to eat chicken every day. I'm able to sell chicken to people. You know what I mean? And make money. That is our goal, is to see how we can push and move this business forward. So my good people, sit tight. Sub to the channel. Don't forget, we need to get Ansumana Smart Farm to 1,000 subscribers. But now we're doing a baby step. Pole, as I said, let's get it to 50, from 50 to 100, from 100, you know what I mean? And then we move it further up more. So my good people, thanks again for coming to the channel. I appreciate everyone who came to listen, who came to learn. We're going to be bringing out more videos, more content. And we're also going to be keeping informing you people about what is happening on the farm, development taking place as we have started. My manager is now putting video. You also watch a video happening about the hailstone that happened to the maize. I told you that's what we go through, guys. Yes, that is what we go through. Those are the losses. I spent a lot of money on that maize farm, but again, you know, that's business. Sometimes you pick your wins, you pick your losses. You know what I mean? It is when you throw the dice, either pull 6 or you don't get 6. When you get 6, that's good. But we give thanks to God. We give thanks to God. We give thanks to God. I'm not grumbling. I'm not beckling. But it's just part of the process. We all want to enlighten people. We bring some of these things to you people so you get to understand what we go through or what we are facing in this farm business. Yeah? So keep tight. Remember, our target is what? 10,000 Kienyeji chickens. Our target is what? 10,000 Kienyeji chickens. So we started with what? 8. Some of these things probably one day might be a quiz question. How many chicken did Ansumana started with? Who can tell me? Boom. But my good people, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. I'm gonna leave you now, and we're gonna end this video here because it's quite a while I've not been coming on Ansumana Smart Farm putting videos because my manager have been there, and I'm also back in States. I'm working on some other few things, and I'm also, you know what I mean, try to make sure we got family, so try to make sure we touch left, right, center, all the corners, and make sure, even though the farm activity is there, but we also want to make sure other things are also being taken care of. So my good people, stay blessed. God bless you. We love you. The chickens love you. Everybody love you. The chicken are waiting. The chicken are ready to roast. The chicken loves you. Yeah. All the subscribers on Ansumana Smart Farm, the chicken, they love you. The Kienyeji Chicken, they love you. You started seeing them. You now the good thing is some of you are seeing them, they are small. By the time you're thinking to 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, you be like, Ansumana started with 7. Now he's having 10,000 chicken. That's our goal. We're starting with 8. Our goal is 10,000, even to exceed more than that. But our target is really to get to 10,000 Kienyeji chickens. By the grace of God and by the blessing of God, we're going to see what we can do and make sure these things are working. Stay blessed, stay put. We out. Appreciate everybody.